What's up, guys? This is Siyar Bahadurzada. I'm a UFC welterweight fighter, and my next fight will be in UFC Sweden and Stockholm on April 14th, 2012.
And your opponent?
And I'll be fighting Paulo Thiago from Brazil.
What do you think about him?
Man, Thiago is a great fighter. He always brings it. Great stand-up fighter, great ground fighter, and he always wants to fight. So it's a perfect opponent.
How would you describe your fighting style?
My fighting style is savage, violent, ferocious. I don't hold back anything. Everything I throw is with bad intentions. Every time I connect, I put people to sleep. Whatever I throw, I just throw with bad intentions. I just don't hold. I'm not used to hold back anything. Every time I train, I throw every punch, every kick, every knee hard, and that's how I fight.
Is it the same for you guys in sparring? Like if you're sparring with, I don't know, Saki or someone, are you going at it?
Yeah, we spar hard, but we don't kill each other. We spar hard because that's we simulate the fights, and there are times that we go relaxed, but all of a sudden we catch ourselves going hard while we started slow. But that's how it is. That's how it is. We don't kill each other, but we do spar hard here at Golden Glory.
Well, people who don't know, you originally come from Afghanistan. Could you just tell us, when did you move to Holland and why your family left Afghanistan?
Well, there were some problems, and which forced us to leave Afghanistan. But even being far from Afghanistan, I still love Afghanistan, and I fight for Afghanistan, just because we have had really bad reputation in the media worldwide, and now I have the chance to set some things right and put Afghanistan in a positive light, and that's what I'm doing.
Like you say, everything we see on the news, you know, it's all bad news from Afghanistan, and the place looks... Is it a terrible place? Is there anything good about it?
Well, you see terrible things about Afghanistan in the news, but Afghanistan is not terrible. The media manipulate the news. Everybody knows that. You know that. I know that. And but Afghanistan is not like that. Afghanistan is not everything you see on the news. Afghanistan is much more. If you go to the history and read about Afghanistan, about the emperors in Afghanistan, you will know what kind of country we are, and you will know what kind of people we are, and what kind of warriors mentality we have. And we're actually normal people like everybody else. We're hospitalized people. We're really nice to people. We're loyal. We're honorable, and we're just as good as anybody else. But the media, they put us in a dark light, like the recent years. And right now, we Afghans, the sportsmen, we are working hard on it to change that picture at the back of the people's head.
Do you have hope for Afghanistan?
Well, hope is the last thing I'll give up. So, of course, there is hope for Afghanistan. And if I do my best from my part, for the love of Afghanistan, I do whatever I can and don't expect anything in return like everybody else who reigns Afghanistan, Afghanistan will be a better place soon.
So you're Afghan and you're fighting for an American organisation. Do you think, you know, sometimes the American fans can be a bit patriotic? Do you anticipate any problems when it's announced that you're from Afghanistan?
Well, when I fight, I don't fight like Afghanistan versus USA. I don't want to fight that fight. I'm fighting for the bad image of my country. I want to be a role model. I want to put a positive person in the media, so people can see that Afghanistan is not everything you see on the news. That's my goal. And besides, I want to inspire the little kids in Afghanistan who never had a chance, to give them the opportunity and show them that if you try your best, you can be something, you can be somebody. And you can always, if you don't have anything else, you can always train. You can always do some sports and get to the top of the world. That's my goal.
Last time we spoke to you for a magazine was you'd signed a Strikeforce contract. Then we never saw you in Strikeforce. What was all that about?
Well, my future is brighter than my dark past. So actually the brightness in my future pulls me more than the darkness in my past. So I actually, what is Strikeforce? Is this an organization? I don't even know. They don't even exist for me. I'm looking forward to the UFC. UFC is the place where I am right now, and UFC is the place where I'll stay and make my point.
More bad news. Your former colleague Alistair is also in the UFC now, but he's no longer part of Golden Glory. And I know that some people in Golden Glory kind of felt a personal betrayal as well as a business thing, that it wasn't just strictly business. How did you feel about it all?
Well, look, Golden Glory is my management, my trainers, my friends, and Alistair is my friends. They have some business disagreements with each other, and that gives me no right to defend either side. I mean, I'm close with Golden Glory, and I'm friends with Alistair, and it's not cool if two friends fight that the third friend chooses a side. What happens if they come back together and I'll be the dick who chose a side, and I'll look like a dick later? So I want to avoid that, and I'm just friends with Alistair. I'm just friends with Golden Glory, and hopefully at the end of the road they'll come back together, and I won't feel bad.
Do you think you can be champion?
I know I can be champion. That's why I'm doing this. I wouldn't waste my time if I knew I wouldn't be a champion, because as Muhammad Ali said, in order to be a champion, you have to have the will and you have to have the skill. But the will should be stronger than the skill. And I have that will to be the champion, and I will be the champion.
What do you think is going to be the hardest thing about fighting in the UFC in terms of opposition? Because in the UFC you've got a lot of the sort of American, very wrestling style, you know, it's kind of different to the striking kind of fighters you've fought.
Well, yeah, there are a lot of wrestlers in the US, and they're pretty good at wrestling. I can never be that good at wrestling as they are, and they will never be as good in striking as I am. So it's always this game, who imposes his game plan on the other one. And considering my abilities, I think I can hang with those wrestlers easy, and I can bang with them on the feet easy. And it's all about the tactics and the strategy in a fight. If you're a smart fighter and you go there and have a good game plan, you'll come out victorious. And knowing that I have power in my hands, and I've been training with wrestlers all the time, so I think that will not be a factor for me.
Okay, last one. Can you explain what Gerharddag is? Gerharddag.
What?
Gerharddag, meat day or something. They said Wednesday at Breda.
Gehaktdag. Oh, you want to know what Gehaktdag means? It means meat day. It means actually, if you translate it literally, it means hump day. In America they say hump day, but in Europe in Holland we say Gehaktdag. But it's also a meatballs. You make meatballs out of gehakt. It's like meat. Mixed meat, yeah. So that's why we call it Gehaktdag, because that day, when Alistair was at Golden Glory, we used to go hard, man. Every Wednesday it was like a K1 Grand Prix in Breda. All Golden Glory fighters, we would just fucking kill each other, and we would just go. And like every Wednesday there was a Grand Prix in Breda. So that's why we call it Gehaktdag. It's still like that, but only too bad Alistair is not there anymore. But we still go hard in Breda every Wednesday. 10 rounds of sparring, hard.
Okay, and the very last thing, any message for the fans?
My message for the fans: thank you very much for following me on Twitter at Siyar the Killer, and on Facebook Siyar Bahadurzada. And I would like to thank Fighters Only for taking this interview, and all the fans. I'm so excited to fight for you guys. Hopefully you guys will like my fighting style, and I will not fight to stall. Trust me, I will fight to excite, and I will fight to finish. And looking forward for you guys. Looking forward to fight on April 14th on UFC Sweden, and hopefully you guys will watch it. Thank you very much. Yes.